Okay, so in this video we're going to do some calculations of acceleration, so let's have a little look at some of these. So first of all, let's look at question A here, okay? So the acceleration of a car that begins from rest and reaches 30 meters per second in 20 seconds. So we know that A equals V minus U over T, okay? So V is the change in velocity. Sorry, V minus U is the change in velocity. So the first thing you should write down is what V is, what U is, and what T is. So V here is 30 meters per second, U is 0 meters per second, and T is 20 seconds. So we can put these numbers into the equation, then 30 minus 0 over 20. And that gives us 30 over 20, which equals 1.5 meters per second squared, and there's our answer. Okay, now if we look at B, the acceleration of a sprinter who increases his velocity from 2 to 5 meters per second in 3 seconds. So remember, A is delta V over T. Okay, delta V over T, the change in velocity over time. And we can work this out again. We need to write down what each thing is here, what each of the symbols, what each of the quantities are. So the initial velocity of this sprinter is 2 meters per second. The final velocity is 5 meters per second, and the time is 3 seconds. So the change in velocity here, we're going from 2 to 5. So to work out the change, we do the final velocity, take away the initial, 5 minus 2 over 3. And that's going to give us 3 over 3, which is 1 meters per second squared. Part C, the acceleration of a jet that increases its velocity from 30 to 150 meters per second in 30 seconds. So again, A equals delta V over T. So the initial velocity is 30, the final velocity is 150, and the time is 30 seconds. So to work out the change in velocity here, we need to subtract the initial velocity from the final velocity. So 150 take away 30, and then we're dividing that by the time, which is 30 seconds. So basically what we've got here is 150 take away 30 gives you 120, and then we're dividing that by 30. If you want, you can cancel those zeros out there. And then 12 divided by 3, okay, is going to give you 4 meters per second squared. So there we go.